With a large number of businesses going broke within the first 3 to 5 years of operation, one of the biggest contributing factors to that is overspending and poor lack of management of money. Now, the easiest way to minimize that and reduce that risk is to create budgets for your business, so you know where the money's going, how much is going out, and where you can control it. Now, I know budgets sound boring, right? And there's this myth out there that budgets need to be these big, long, drawn-out exercises that are going to take you days to put together. But they don't have to be. So we're going to run through today how to create a really simple budget that you can start with to start tracking where your money is going and control those expenses, right? So the first thing we want to do, we want to look at all our monthly expenses. Now, the easiest way to find those is to go through some old bank statements and really list out all the recurring expenses. And you can break it up into operational expenses, so things like rent, phones, computers, water, power, things like that to operate in that sense. And if you want to then break it down into a product or service, what's the cost of whatever that product requires, so materials, labor, or that service might require vehicles, fuel, things like that. So you just want to list all that out, right? So once we've done all those monthly expenses, we now have established what we need in our business, which is called a break-even point. Now, a break-even point means how much money do I need to earn, minimum, to get me to even with the total expenses that I've spent. Right, so break-even point, not a lot of people even know what their break-even point is in their business. And this is super important to know, which we're going to find out now. Then we want to do is we want to list out all our income per month. And again, go through your old invoices and just average it out or list it out. Again, try and keep it to per product or per service so you can really focus on what's working in the business and what isn't. Now, once you've done your income and you've got your expenses, there's going to be the gap here, right? And hopefully our gap is in a positive, right? It's going to be a positive dollar figure. Now we're going to see, is it a high figure or a low figure? How much profit or income are we coming beyond our break-even point, or are we even breaking even? Now, the great thing about budgets is then we can take segments out of this budget. So we can take that, say this service out here, which is this income here, and we can really look at, well, what's the negative cost of that product or service, and am I making money here? And if we can see that there's a great expense with this product, but we're not really making a lot of money on it, we can now make an informed decision and go, you know what, let's get rid of it. Let's reallocate that budget now, that monthly expense, to something else that's actually working, right? So this product or service here might be making us lots and lots of money. So we can either say, well, we don't even need to allocate that now. So now our expenses per month have gone down, right? And our income is now gone up. So that's the power of budgets. Again, it doesn't have to be a big, long, drawn out document, but once you've harnessed it and you've done it, you can now make proper informed decisions. And not only that, you will control your spending, because you know that every month you only have that much money to spend because you're only earning this much money. When you can increase this income, then you can look at effective ways of either minimizing our expenses, which we all want to focus on doing, or we can make that judgment that now it's time to invest more money into this part of the business. We want to pump some more money into it because we know now that we're making the income to balance that and satisfy that. So establish what your break-even point is in your business by working out all your monthly expenses, list out all your monthly income, and see what that gap is. Then you can go over all these expenses and figure out why you're even spending that money in that position if you really need to. Are there ways you can save money to increase this profit and increase the gap that you've got there? So budgets are simple, they're not complicated, but they are essential if you want your business to survive.